All right, so doing this quick down and dirty, real fast, real simple review over the Pinnacle Camper by GSI Outdoors. So I already took most of the packaging out, so this isn't a packaging video. It just kind of gives you exactly what it is. But when I got it, pretty much everything was in plastic, in the interior and the exterior, so everything was wrapped up to prevent rubbing. So the thing's roughly about 9 inches wide by about 6 inches tall, give or take. It says it weighs 3.62. Honestly, how much this thing weighs, it feels a little more than that, but I'm not going to put it on a scale and weigh it. So open it up, too easy. Undo the clip. Cool thing about the bag is it comes into its own little wash basins. Just gonna pull this out real quick. Boom. Like I said, sturdy little wash basin, rubberized interior. Once again, not too bad. I'll bring the focus back. Here we go. So yeah, got to wash it out. Cool. So when it's packaged all together and it's viced, the actual seal from one of the lids and the lid here in the pot seals it all together to prevent moisture from getting in or out or bugs or whatever. So that's kind of cool. First thing is your Teflon 9-inch frying pan. Material seems to be pretty good. It's actually pretty thick. It says it's going to have even heating, but you can see how thin it is. You know that ain't going to happen whatsoever. You're definitely going to have your hot spots. So just something to watch out for. Wish the lip was a little bit taller. I mean, I guess if you're doing bacon or whatever, it doesn't matter, but it only sits, as you can see, about maybe an inch. Kind of wish I had about an extra ½ inch, but it's okay. Like I said, it's for camping, right? Nice little lid. Once again, got a nice little strainer on it, nice little pull tab. Amazing. Same thing with the next one. The lid for your actual, I don't know what the heck this is for. Oh, the other pot in there, sorry. Once again, it's got another strainer on it. Way too easy. Okay, then you got your cup and bowl combo. So right here we have, it's lodged into each other, kind of like those Russian nesting dolls. Let's see if we can pull this bad boy open. Well, you got the inside right here, comes with the handle on the interior as such. Flip it out and it becomes your handle for your pan. We'll go over that in a second. Once again, these two come apart like so. This one's supposed to be your cup, like I said, with your little sippy lid. So you can drink like a small child. And then this is supposed to be your bowl. There's 4 of them in here. Now, the one thing I was a little disappointed on was the little koozie thing they make for this. I pulled it off on this one. For what you pay for this, I think it's like 130 bucks. This is stupid cheap. It's really thin. It's kind of that insulative stuff you kind of see like in the roof lining of your car almost. And while I was pulling it off one of these, it almost tore apart anyway. And it's already fraying and the stitching's already coming apart. So this isn't gonna last very long. Not to mention taking it on the off is kind of pain in the butt because you got these little rubber little dots in here and those are eventually gonna tear off. But I definitely see you dropping this and a rock hitting it or whatever the case may be, like this is gonna come apart pretty quick, especially when it gets wet. But hey, we'll see. That's just my experience with that material. All right, so once again, everything was in plastic when I was opening this up, so preventing rubbing. I do have concerns right now with the way this works inside. So another, once again, Teflon bowl. My issue with this is you can see this little tab right here for the handle. It's gonna be rubbing right against the side of this pot. This is gonna be sitting in my Jeep, so there's gonna be a lot of rattling around, but even if you're backpacking with it, this metal on Teflon metal contact, I see that wearing through and eventually chipping, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, so the pot, not necessarily too bad, and then you open it up in here. You got your four plastic dishes. Once again, little small guys, not incredibly terrible. I think they measure, I think there's 6 inches on there. So it looks like 8. Yeah, 8 inch, not too bad. This pot sits roughly just about 3.5 high. And then you got a big old boiling pot right here, which sits at 4.5. All right, so those are your 4 pots, or your 2 pots, your frying pan. Once again, how the handle works. There you go. So how the handle works, pretty simple. Wheel it around. Retain it back, slides up in there. This is really fun doing this in one hand. And there you go, good to go. When you're done with it, press the button, comes undone. Every review I've read says they wish I had another one, so I bought another one. Weird thing about this is like the one I bought seems like less quality. Spring tension isn't as good, and there's a little bit more play in the handle as opposed to this guy. There's hardly like any play in the handle. So I don't know if it's a quality thing or just once again where it was made. So once again, doesn't look like that bad of a setup. Like I said, the only critiques I would have on it as of right now is, like I said, the koozie thing. I understand for if you're pouring hot stuff into it, but these will probably not last long under continuous use. And once again, I have concerns about this stain. I'm assuming this is this is probably aluminum sitting in the pot and then rubbing right up against the side of that. So maybe something to consider, putting a piece of fabric in there or some sort of loop or sleeve to prevent that rubbing, because you can definitely see that's going to wear right in there, especially sitting in your vehicle for a long period of time if you're doing overlanding and stuff. So other than that, doesn't seem like a bad kit. Just got to throw some plastic forks or something like that in there and you're good to go.